Nikki Sitkowski joining us from the Wyoming area girls soccer team. And Nikki, welcome into Arcaro Genell. And you're excited about a year of soccer. Talk about, here it is, your fourth year, right?
Yes, it is. Thank you for having us. Yeah, it's going into my fourth season. Just looking forward to the season to begin. You know, coming from starting out where it was really a broken program to where we've come today, it's absolutely amazing. We've gone from a team that depended on one or two girls to basically we use all of our girls in the field now. There is no ins and outs about it now.
Talk about the growing numbers, where you're at, and what you like to eventually have if there is a magic number for girls soccer varsity.
You know, you always want to have around about 27 girls, so you could have that varsity program and then have the JV program too, with the for the girls that aren't ready to play in that varsity level, so they can get that work. Right now, actually, we only have 22 girls on our team. We're we're a small team. We're a very young team. I have one senior, Erica Gallagher. 3 juniors, Aaliyah Cranston, Lauren Kelly, and Sydney Johnson, and then I have 12 sophomores and 6 freshmen, I believe it is, and maybe 5. So we're very young. It's exciting. I mean, we're going to lose one person this year, and honestly, the talent level that's on this team this year it just amazes me. They work so well together, and they're really, really good about, taking care of each other.
Talk about what that's like, the life lessons, not just soccer, but the stuff they do off the field and hanging out and kind of helping each other in the classroom and stuff.
Absolutely. I think that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to instill in the program, because in the beginning, it was a lot of people were not supporting each other, and now we've gotten to the point where the girls just know, you're there to pick somebody up when they make a mistake, and you just celebrate everybody's successes, not just your own. And that's how we've come together this year. Is our slogan is together. We win as a team, we lose as a team, and that's how we're going to move on. I mean, we've had a lot of success, and the girls are getting along very well. We do pasta parties. In fact, I have them all up the house, and we do the swimming parties, and my husband makes pizza, and we just relax and get ready for the season, knowing that we're all going to be there to support each other.
And of course, a lot of challenges when it comes to playing soccer here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Some good quality teams, some good programs, and you have to go against some of them. So talk about some of that competition that you face.
Well, of course, Lake Lehman and Redeemer are always top competitors. We go into those games, and the girls are a little scared, and I try to instill in them that it doesn't matter who they're playing. Just play at your game and get them to play your game. Instill in that. You never know what's going to happen. If you work hard, we're gonna pull through. And of course, that's going to be like that this year. But hopefully, we could squeak a couple out and just be competitive. If we can be competitive, I'm happy.
More offensive, more defensive this year.
We're definitely strong in the midfield and up top. This is actually the first year where I've had that midfield and forward positions are our strongest part. We're going to score goals. Just a matter of keeping the goal level down, because our back four is going to be young, and goalkeepers are going to be inexperienced. So it's going to be a challenge, but if we could score first and hard, we'll be fine.
Let's talk about that defense and the keeper to replace a pretty athletic keeper. So talk about what you need to do there and who's vying for some of those positions.
Right, in the goalkeeper position, losing Caitlin Butchko is a big deal. She saved us a lot. It was. You never had to really worry about somebody making a mistake, because she usually cleaned everything up. This year's a little bit different. We have 2 keepers really much fighting out for a position. We have a freshman, and that's Sydney Krushka, and then we have Lauren Kelly, who's a junior. She's got a little varsity time here and there, but she actually was hurt last year, so she lost that year. What one has, the other one doesn't, and we're flip and flop, and hopefully they will teach each other, because we want 2 strong keepers. You never know what's going to happen. So we want to have, that's a good problem to have. As for defense, we're young. We have a lot of good defenders. We just haven't spent a lot of time together. Some of the girls that were going to start last year got injured early, and basically season-ending injuries. They're back and they're healthy now. So hopefully with their experience and bringing in a couple new girls, Carly Uhas, in the off season, we worked really hard, and she was a surprise for us. And she'll probably be one of our starting center backs as long as everything stays the same. And the communication's good, we'll be fine. The communication has to stay, though.
Well, Coach, it's a pleasure to speak with you here about the Wyoming area Lady Warrior soccer team, and of course, good fortunes this year.
Thank you very much.
Erica Gallagher joins us from the Wyoming area girls soccer team. And Erica, you're a senior, the lone senior on this team.
Yeah, I am.
You made it.
I did.
Talk about leadership, because it all starts with that senior, and that happens to be you.
Yeah, well, I've been a captain since I started in 11th grade. I got chosen, and I'm a captain this year again. And it's just great. Like, I love leading the team, being a leader. Get to, lead on the field, and it's just great. Like,
what kind of leadership qualities do you have? That you're a yeller, you're a motivator, you kind of do it by example?
Well, I do motivate. I like to, encourage them, really help them out if they're like struggling with something, help them with if they're struggling with a drill, or if they have any questions, they can ask me and I'll help them, and just really be there for them and try and lead them through.
That's where some of that off the field stuff comes in handy, where you get to know your girls a little bit better. Talk about some things you do as a team off the field to hopefully grow the relationship on the field.
We do swim parties at people's houses. We go for lunch, sleepovers, and just being together as a team. It's fun. We get just to get to know each other more, and it's great for the season.
Your position, midfield, talk a little bit about. Coach said, hey, that could be a strong point of our team this year. Who do you see there around that midfield that should be able to hopefully push forward to some of the forwards and get some goals?
Well, we have Aaliyah Cranston. She is also midfield. Christina Costco, she's a freshman, so we really work together as a team, like together the three of us, move the ball very well, just try and make those good passes, try and get a goal, and
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Student council, SAD club, you do some other things in school. Talk about some different activities you're involved with, and you play lacrosse as well, so you're quite busy.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing SAD since 8th grade, and I am the secretary. I've been the secretary for 2 years, 11th grade, and then 10th grade and then 11th grade. So I'm doing e-board this year, which is like, helping with the football, like getting ready for the football games, like the pep rallies and everything.
You carry a 3.7 grade point average, so
yeah.
Talk about your love of science and doing a good job in the classroom.
Well, my favorite is chemistry. It's the teacher that I've had the last 2 years, was just great. I took chemistry in 10th grade, and then I took nuke and organic last year, and I loved it so much. I'm taking AP chemistry senior year, so I'm really looking forward to,
challenging class.
Yeah.
And of course, you want to attend college and either physical therapy or physician's assistant. What motivated you to get into either of those fields?
Well, just physical therapy. Just working with people who play sports, and then like helping them get back into, be able to, play that sport again. Physician's assistant, physical therapy was my first option, and then like my parents have talked about me for the physician's assistant, so I looked up and did some research, and I'm pretty interested, so those are my two options.
Well, those sound like good options.
Yeah.
Of course, some challenges when you get to that level, because a lot of studying, that's for sure. But you also are thinking about playing soccer at the next level, too.
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air. I want to play soccer, but if that doesn't happen, then I just focus on school more. But yeah, I'd really like to, continue playing for the next 4 years in college.
Everybody says, hey, being the baby in the family, but you get to see your siblings go through experiences and they help you out. So what have you learned from your siblings, and then how do your parents try to encourage you as well?
Well, my siblings, they work really hard in school. They have my sister, Marissa, she is just got a teaching job, and she's just worked so hard. My brother is very successful in what he does. My other sister, Amanda, she is also very successful, and she's definitely going to go far in what she does. So.
And the folks?
Well, my parents, they just really help me out. They're always there for me, help me make the decisions, help me make my decisions that I want, and just always there for me, help me through, and they'll help me through the college experience, so glad to have them.
Good to see you, Erica. We wish you well this year for WA.
Thank you.
Aaliyah Cranston is with us from the Wyoming area girls soccer team. And Aaliyah, you're a junior, so let's talk first about your role on this year's team.
Well, my role in this year's team, I'm captain of the team, so leadership is a big role. I'm making sure that I include all the freshmen, all the underclassmen, and they all really look up to us.
Of course, we're hoping to put some goals in the net this year, so talk about some of those goal scorers this year.
Yep, so together is our key word on the team this year, so everything we do is together. So we really don't care who scores, but some of our offensive players that are going to be key into putting the ball in the back of the net are Tierney Porfirio, Katie McDonough, Christina Costco, Erica Gallagher, myself, Amanda McCormick. There's a couple other ones too that are really fitting in there too.
Of course, you're quite a busy young lady. Let's see if I could get all this in. Class president, key club, student council, history club, math club. You're a real slacker.
Yeah.
Talk about being involved so much.
Off the field, I definitely think it's a good thing to be involved in a lot of things in the school for future, for college. You know, they look at things like that. So when I'm not playing soccer or basketball, I'm really focusing on schoolwork and the extracurriculars for school, such as Key Club, giving back to the community, helping other people out.
And you also do track and field too.
Yep.
How do you fit it all in?
I don't know. I have a pretty busy schedule, but I do put school first always, and then family, friends, and then my sports obviously fit right in there. So, you know, I work hard and I try to fit it all in the best that I could.
Let's talk about the family support, your parents getting out, watching you and helping you, and you have a little sister who I'm sure you root her on, she roots you on.
My family is huge to me. I mean, my parents have always been there for me. I started playing travel soccer when I was really young. You know, they took me to all my tournaments. They really helped me out, driving me to practice and stuff, so I'm very thankful for that. My sister, she also plays soccer. She's on the junior high team this year, so I'm looking forward to cheering her on and having her cheering me on too.
And of course, this year's team, you're going to be up against some really good teams. Like Lehman's very good. Holy Redeemer's hoping to have some talent again for 2017. And coach seems to have the attitude that, hey, if we play our best, we're going to be pretty happy. We're hoping we can compete with some of those teams.
I think this year we could have a really good year if we all work together. We have 11 players that are always going to be on the field who really work well together. They all have practice in the winter, in the spring. They play travel. So I think we could put together a really good season if we all work as one unit.
Ranked number 1 in your class, in the junior class. That's not easy to keep that, but how do you do it? Talk about the academic end.
Well, right after school, I'll go to soccer practice, and then right after that, I'll really just go home and, you know, just start studying, start doing my homework. Some nights it involves no sleep, but I mean, it's worth it in the end because I'm seeing the success on the field and in the classroom too.
And down the road, you still got a whole 2 years to think about it, but college-wise, thinking pharmacy track?
Yeah, I think pharmacy is the way I want to go because I really like math and science, and pharmacy, you know, has a lot of math and science involved in it, so I think it'll be good for me.
Aaliyah, you're a well-balanced young lady and really conquering the world here in 2017 with Wyoming area. Keep up the good work. We wish you well in 2017.
Thank you.
Sydney Johnson joining us from the Wyoming area girls soccer team. And Sydney, let's talk about your role as a junior. You're a defender. Now you graduated some talent on the defense. You graduated your keeper.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to have a little bit of pressure on your shoulders. Are you welcoming the pressure, trying to get some of the girls up to speed back there?
We have a lot of talent, and our defense is very young, but I think we can do really good things back there.
Talk about what you do well on the field, or what you hope you could do well to help stop some goals from going in.
Well, I'm probably going to play more of an outside defender this year. So, like last year, I played in the center, but this year I'm going to play the outside and hopefully stop some balls coming in from the sides.
You like sports, soccer, track, swimming, you do it all, it seems. Talk about the different sports and what you enjoy about each one at Wyoming area.
Soccer I like because we're very close as a team and we're almost like another family. Swimming is just, it's like a really good workout, and it helps with any injuries from soccer, and it's very good on the bones and everything. And then track is just to keep in shape for soccer and just to get that speed and
So soccer's your first love?
Yes.
All right. And it seems like you love to be busy because you're involved in a few clubs. So take us through the different things you do at school academically with your clubs.
Okay, so I'm in Key Club, and student council, and I'm doing e-board this year, and I've been in drama club, and so yeah, I like to stay busy.
That's for sure. Science and math, two of your favorite subjects in school. How come?
Science, I just like to learn about how the body works, and math, it's like first nature to me. It just seems so easy. I just like math because it comes easily to me.
Let's talk about one of the best teams you enjoy playing. Seems like Berwick seems like one of those teams everybody enjoys to go against.
Senior night of last year against Berwick was definitely one night to remember. We were coming to the game hype, and we won, and it was fun.
I hope you have more fun in 2017. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Lauren Kelly is with us. She's a junior. She's a keeper. And little competition there at the keeper position. I know there's a freshman coming in, and of course we're trying to figure out how that's going to go. But talk about what you like about being in goal.
I really like it. There's a lot of girls that work together, and they work and are shifting and the way our defense should work. And there's competition between me and a freshman, but hopefully it works out in my favor. Just have to wait and see. She's really good. She's working hard, so.
And hopefully it makes both of you better, right?
You're right.
And defensively, let's talk about some of the defenders that are going to be in front of you.
We have Sarah McCormick and Carly Uhas in the middle, and then we have Sydney Johnson on the left or the right wing, and Sydney McGuire and Abby Otsko. They're kind of mixing it up in there, and Mary-Kate O'Brien comes in and helps out a little bit.
What did you learn out of last year's keeper? She was pretty good. So what'd you take from her to kind of learn some of the things of being a keeper?
Yeah, me and Caitlin Butchko were actually really good friends. She would show me like how to make sure my hands and everything were good, and keeping my calm, and just keeping everything under control and slowing things down for everybody.
Coach feels that you have some offensive firepower this year. Who do you see in the midfield and some of the forwards that possibly will be on the field and score for Wyoming area?
We have Aaliyah Cranston, Erica Gallagher, Christina Costco, Amanda McCormick, Katie McDonough, and Tierney Porfirio, and Julie Bonsavage works in there with us. So they're all very strong defenders, and they come back and help, and then they all push up together and score some goals for us.
The league competition always pretty stiff, so what do you enjoy about the competition in the Wyoming Valley Conference?
It's not easy where it's a 12-0 game or anything. It's very close, and they're nice girls too, so it's not where we're fist fighting or anything. It's having a good time and playing some soccer.
Well, that's what you like to hear. Of course, basketball and softball, two other things you do, so quite the busy young lady athletically. What is it about being an athlete that you just enjoy so much?
It keeps me going, and then we have a lot of friends and everything that work together, and it's just nice to have a bunch of girls to hang out with and be able to see each other in school and everything, and it's just nice to have everybody around.
Let's go through this. Key club, student council, history club, math club. So another busy girl here on the team, but you find time to figure it all out, huh?
Yeah, I like it. Instead of sitting on my couch and just relaxing, I'd rather be going everywhere and having fun at least.
Of course, you do a nice job in the classroom, carrying a 3.7 grade point average. And again, you're a junior, so you have some time to think, but it looks like something in the medical field down the road?
Yeah, I really want to work with kids and maybe go into like labor and delivery nursing, or maybe just become a nurse, but I really enjoy working with kids, so hopefully it works out.
Well, Lauren, we wish you the best this season and continued success in the classroom and with all your extracurricular activities as well.
Thank you.
The Wyoming Area Girls Soccer Team at Arcaro Genell. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service.